Two friends, two minds, and one love for Arsenal Football Club. You are now listening to the Cod and Two Minds podcast.
Hey! Greetings, everyone. This is the podcast Cod and Two Minds. You could find us on Twitter at CITM Podcast. I'm Fitty at Gooner Rush. Co-hosting with me is E at E Marshall. That's EMARSHO. How you doing, E?
What's up, Fitty?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Sorry I jumped in there a little excited. I appreciate you spelling my Twitter handle like that. That's very nice of you.
Let's make sure they get it right.
Right. What's been going on with you, my friend?
You know what? All kind of stuff. But you know what? We just keep trouncing through. Just keep trucking on through. So,
good.
Whatever life is, it's just what it is.
Yeah, we're getting into the silly season. The holidays are coming up. People are gonna start acting crazy. So
yeah.
Knuckle down and ride it through. Just ride it through till January.
Definitely.
Kind of like the Arsenal season. Go ahead.
Is it starting to feel like silly season for you or what?
Yes, a lot of people. It's football season, so there's a lot of stuff going around, and I'm doing this rideshare thing. So if I'm not out there, I'm missing out. So,
yeah.
A lot of people in Texas cruising around. Cowboys play today. TCU played yesterday. So It's been real busy. Right. Everybody drank that blue Kool-Aid.
Yeah, right. All right. Well, so it was match day 11 today. Arsenal versus Man City at the Etihad, and didn't quite turn out the way we wanted. Man City beat us 3-1.
Man, oh man.
How did you how'd you feel about the lineups? What'd you think?
I thought the first thing I wrote down when I was thinking about the lineups was loped out. People from the Bay Area, they don't really, loped out. Like, I thought Lacazette was hurt, when he wasn't starting.
Thank you.
And I didn't know what was going on there. And that's just another one of those, who knows what's going on. And I thought Coquelin playing, was he in the middle of the back three?
Yeah, he was
basically playing, right. He was basically per Mertesacker today. You know what I mean? As far as his positioning on the field. Yeah. And, that again is very strange. He hasn't played there all year. If you're going to do that, maybe El Nini. What'd you think?
It was just crazy, man. I don't get it. Like, he's just a crazy old man. And I tell you what, the thing that's a trip is like it built on me during the game. Like more, like as the game went along, like it started infuriating me more and more. Like, what is this lineup? Like, what did you do, dude? Like, why are we doing this?
It makes no sense. And, in these big games, Wenger, it's like he sets himself up to fucking get the fucking feedback that, dude, you don't know what you're doing. Like, why did you spend so much money for Lacazette and then not play him? And then he comes in and scores a goal, but we'll get into that later. But it's just like,
Exactly. I mean, I think...
I don't know.
I think, the two glaring changes were the two that anybody would have pointed out and said, like, I think I could have done something different was Iwobi and Coquelin. And I also want to point out, just, as for sakes, like, Coquelin played in the midweek game. And the only reason why I know this is because he played horrible in the midweek game. Horrible. He had a horrible game. And I guess you can redeem yourself in 2 days with Wenger and get the center back spot. Like it's baffling. I don't get it.
Yeah, it's really strange. And another thing to just go along with the cock is the overall regression of play. You know what I mean? Like he's just not good anymore. And I don't know why. You know what I mean? Like, what happened? He practices with the team. He's been with the team forever, and he's just not good anymore. He's going downhill like so many of our promising players. It's like the longer you spend with this team and with Arsene Wenger, you will turn to shit as a footballer. I'm sorry.
Well,
I'm sorry.
I mean, I just think
we're starting.
I mean, I know exactly what you're saying. I always feel like there's like some teetering point that like either you can like kind of get over the hump or not, you know?
Yeah, there's none of that. You can get over the hump when you get a little older. You're starting to see it with Ramsey. You're starting to see it with Jack, where they're like, fuck it, I got to take my footballing career into my own hands and do something. Because for the last 3 years, I was shit. And so you can kind of see that with Ramsey now. You can see it with Jack. They're slowly starting to get it. But, you know, there was stretches there with Ramsey. He was piddle. He looked just like Cox, just running around there like a maniac. It's just strange. You know, so many of our young players who have come up through the system, you know, they show promises, then they turn to shit, and, you know, then there's this big comeback.
Right.
You know, like, oh, wow, well, maybe he is good. It's like, you know, so I don't know. And for Cock to play a center back, very strange. And it's just unacceptable, really. This is a big game.
I don't know. It's just like, you know, with, I don't know. There's like this, like, I think even the announcer bought into it a little bit. Like he said, like, well, I guess he's limited in options. And I'm just like, yeah, but I can think of like 7 options before this, you know? Like, if you have to, you sink Kolasinac back to the back line, or, you know, just so many, like.
So many. But here's the thing, dude. El Nini, who's not a center back, but he, in the all season, he practiced at center back. He's played at center back. More recently, fucking Tuesday or Wednesday, whenever we played
Thursday,
the shitty Europa League
he played
game,
on Thursday at center back.
He was playing at
right.
So I mean, so that's your fucking guy. That's your midfielder / center back guy. That's the guy, not Cock. Oh. That's all I'm saying. It's like he's been doing it. He's taller. He looks like he can handle it. He hasn't been playing that bad in that position, but it's just like, what are you doing, dude? This is City. We're away to City. They're running away with the league. We got to get a point. Play your best. Play your best, people, in their right position, period.
Yeah, definitely. Like, you know, it reminds me of like an old guy that hits on women that are like 40 years younger than him, but he doesn't have game anymore. It's just like, it's like Wenger being clever. Like this is his idea of like being clever. Like, oh, they never saw this one coming. You know, but you know what though? They were like when they did see it, it didn't scare them one bit. Like there's nothing to fear about that. Like,
no, you're handicapping your own team, playing people out of position when you have other people that can play that position. You know, this is dumb. We shouldn't even be talking about this anymore. It's dumb.
So
it's dumb.
So just going on. So like your first half review. You know, I tell you just real quick what I thought was, you know, I thought the energy was good in the first half for the most part out of just about everybody on the team. I thought either Ramsey or Sanchez probably had the best first halves. They were very active. I did think Ramsey kind of stayed pretty disciplined. I mean, he did make some runs, but he wasn't wild with it, and he did stay back at times. And, you know, we played well. Excuse me.
No. I was going to chime in. I agree. You know, I just shit all over Wenger, but I will give him a credit for trying to switch things up. He just didn't get it right as far as personnel. But I mean, we didn't get caught out as much as I thought we would, which is funny because it looked like we got caught out a lot. But all in all, I thought we were up for the game. We were competing, and we were kind of on the front foot there for a little while as far as going forward. I think the problems arise with Arsenal are our midfield technically cannot handle any type of pressing. We don't have the technique or the technical ability to handle that and play that out from the back. And if you don't have Giroud starting in that situation to hold the ball up so that we can, make an attack going forward, then it's never going to work because we can't handle the press. We kept losing the ball, and Alexis was just up there by himself running around, chasing shadows.
Yeah.
So we never had a prayer based on,
That's a really good point.
We worked hard, we played good, but technically in the midfield, we could not handle the press to get anything going, structured going forward, is what I thought.
I think that's pretty accurate. Part of what you did say was, we did have a period where we did kind of take it to them some, where we kind of, we were, closer to their box. And that lasted probably for a good maybe 15 minutes or something like that. Man City kind of, I in the first half, I think Man City's chances were more threatening. It wasn't as many as I think people may feel that there were. There was only really a couple, 2 or 3. But it was like the only chances that they did get, they took full advantage of,
Right. They just have better players and better technical ability than us as far as controlling the ball, being able to handle press. We couldn't get near any of them because, they're close together and they're passing and moving. And it's a fun thing to watch. It reminded me of old school Arsenal when we had the players that could do that. Right now we don't. We got a few sprinkled out, and that was the main thing to me is like when you think Arsenal, you think, our technical ability is good. But then when you watch us play in a situation like that, it's too many loose balls in the midfield, missed touches, just with with minimal pressure, is what I saw. I thought, let me just go into a couple things in the first half. Blockhead, very, very, very physical. That's how you can play physical and make it effective is what he does. A lot of great smart fouls to really stop some of their counterattacking earlier. He just really, wasn't able to get going forward. But I just thought, tactical, intelligent, professional fouls is what, we've been missing. And he gets it. So that's good.
Yep.
That was one positive.
I agree. It seems like I'm starting to see it bleed over into some of the other players too, like at times, but I saw a couple of other players actually kind of sell out knowing that we have to stop the ball now because Man City will kill us on this break right now. So they did. They sold out and stopped the ball, even though they knew they were going to get fouls. We had, I think, 5 or 6 guys carded in this game,
Yeah, I saw Koscielny did one on Kevin De Bruyne, which was, just a beautiful foul. He had to do it. And if you kind of looked at it, he looked like he got the ball from the side. It was just that he was kind of coming, the tackle came from the back. But yeah, you're right there. Let me talk about, if you don't mind, Xhaka. He's done. He's done. When he kicked the ball off Ramsey from the free kick, that's no, listen to me. That's when he's completely uncomfortable. He's not playing freely and he's not playing with a smile. He's stressed out. He's uncomfortable, and it's too much for him, man. When you do dumb shit like that, it's bad. And even, anyway, It's too much for Xhaka. I don't know what we're going to do. That seems like it's Wenger's guy, but hopefully Jack can stay healthy. Anybody can do better than Xhaka in that position. Anybody on the team.
Yes, and I'm done with him. Sorry. I get this feeling that Jack is slowly working his way back into this number one team. And for me, I'm ready just because, the handful of nice change of direction passes that Xhaka makes, Jack can make those too, as far as I'm concerned. But in the meantime, Jack can possess the ball better, push the ball forward better, and link up with this team better and move better. Yeah.
Right. Exactly. Link up, move, be involved, going forward, doing shit. Right. Xhaka is just, man, he's so stiff. I would love to see him and Purr fucking race from goal line to goal line. I would love to see that because you watch him out there, he's stiff, and it's not even his fault. You can see he has ability. He just doesn't have somebody to tell him, hey,
yeah,
fucking relax.
Yeah.
Fucking relax, dude.
I totally agree.
You're slow. Work on your positioning. You can shoot from outside the box. Take some shots. Come on.
I know.
But he doesn't have that. He just go out there and fucking improvise like a fucking jazz musician. That's what Wenger's all about. Improvise. Be beautiful. Fucking, stall me out with that. Stall me out. I knew we were going to lose today and look at it.
Give me the Mo Better Blues. Give it to me. Okay.
I like.
So, Arsenal kept it tight enough in the first half that that they gave themselves a shot in the second half. So, second half, yes. I believe the 50th minute, Nacho gets called for the penalty in the box. Did you think it was a penalty?
Terrible. Yes. Terrible. Shoulder to shoulder. And you can even see little crack baby grabs Monreal's right arm and kind of pulls him into his little forearm area. But yeah, it's just a bad call. And this little not gay as in gay, but this little punk ass ref is just, he wants to put his fingers on the game. He wants to leave his mark. Oh gosh, look at him.
I know.
Look at him. He's like, yeah.
Well, and you know what was a trip too is seriously, like I even kind of made note, but like right until that point of the game, the ref had kind of stayed out of the game. He like that first half, I kind of was almost like, you know what? He hasn't had a bad game. Like so far, not too bad from the ref. And then right from that mark, like he called that. And then all of a sudden, like the yellows just started flying. Like everybody was fouling. Everybody was a yellow. It was a bad call. It was a bad call.
It was a terrible call. And, if you look at the decisions, we should have got a draw out of this game, which would have been incredible. Yeah. But yeah, that was one that kind of hurt. I saw the team go down a little bit. I thought that was going to be it. Usually we just fucking crumble and we give up 5. But the fact that we didn't crumble, we stayed in the game and kept fighting shows me a lot. Because,
I know what you mean. And I will coincide. The pick-me-up was, I think it was right around the 60th minute, 59th minute or something. He took Koch out and put Lacazette in, and we changed our formation. Now,
right? Oh wow, yeah, genius.
This is earlier when I spoke of how at one point it really started burning me. I was starting to really get upset, and this is why I was upset. If Koch is going to be your center back, you got to be willing to say, okay, well, this is my center back for the game because I don't need wasted subs. Now I understand that they went from 3 in the back to 4, so Cock could be pulled out, and now we got Nacho and all that. Whatever, dude. I don't fucking care, dude. It's a joke that we started Cock in this game and Lacazette didn't start in this game. As soon as Lacazette gets in the game, bang, bang, boom, goal, we're back in the game, 2-1,
Yes, completely agree. And it's even more of a fucking travesty that he played Cock out of position. If you're going to play him, play the motherfucker in his position. You know what I mean? I mean, come on. Then we got nothing to say. What can we say if he puts Cock at holding midfielder instead of Xhaka? What can we say? We can't say shit. We can be like, oh, okay, cool. That's where Cock usually plays.
Oh,
cool.
If you do that, and I would obviously quickly go, well, obviously he says we've got plenty of skilled players up top, and he just wanted his energy on the field. Clearly, Cock has more energy than Xhaka. So maybe that's what you're doing.
Definitely.
But to put him at center back just makes me scratch my head. What the fuck are you doing? I don't know.
Yeah. Right. He leaves himself open for criticism. To go back on the penalty, I've never seen Peter Cech come close to saving the penalty. To be such a great goalkeeper, he's really bad at that, and I never noticed that until he started playing for us. But his reactionary saves, some of those throughout the game were incredible. He had a great save late, but yeah, his penalty shit is just awful. I just want to make that note. Let's see.
With that Lacazette goal, tied in with the lineup deal, like I was saying earlier, the other thing that I was just kind of like I was like, because Iwobi made the pass to Ramsey. Ramsey touched it on to Lacazette. Lacazette put it away. And I was just like, I don't even care if Iwobi made the pass, dude. Okay, Iwobi was out there. Obviously, Wenger sees him as like a possession guy. When we want to try to keep possession, he likes to have Iwobi be one of the guys out there, I guess, is the deal. But if you sign somebody for Lacazette money and he has now not played against Liverpool and Man City, but Iwobi plays, like I can't call you a sane person anymore, dude. You're not. You're something's wrong with your head. Okay.
Yeah, definitely. It's just one of those things, man, where why would you even leave yourself open for criticism? Yes. And that's just what he does. It's over. It's over, and it's sad, but it's over, dude. Yeah, it's over. Yeah.
I mean, it's true though. It's just so true.
It's over because he keeps doing stupid shit like that, dude. It's over. It's over. I'm gonna keep watching this team. I love them. That's my team. But this era is slowly going to shit.
Well, I mean, and the irony of the whole thing is like I could see a possible, chemistry between our attackers with these guys. If Lacazette's out there, number one, and then Ozil and Sanchez and Lacazette and Ramsey filling lanes in between and behind, and wait a minute, 2 of those guys are gone, dude. They're gone. I mean,
yeah. And if we're selling Alexis in January, then you can't.
We have to at one point, right? We have to go. Okay, well, it's time for us to work on the second half of the season's chemistry. Like we can't play you now.
Well, yeah, or if you're gonna be if you're gonna go the stubborn route and not fucking sell him in the off season, then fucking completely go crazy. Be like, fuck it, you're not playing till January, dude. Fuck you, and we're gonna move on. You know what I mean? But no, he's got us by the balls. We need him. We got to get forward. And it's just, It's pitiful.
Yeah.
It's pitiful, dude. It's pitiful. We're a pitiful lot. The fucking media make fun of us. The announcers make fun of us. Our fans go back and forth. And Wenger's just chilling, dude, playing cock at center back. Like, no fucking worries in the world, dude.
You know what just hit me? You know what? With Sanchez, especially with Sanchez, but maybe even with Ozil. If we're gonna just play the hard line and keep him the rest of the season and just let him go for free, why not play these guys during Europa then? Because if you want back in Champions League,
well, yeah,
play Sanchez and Ozil during Europa and win Europa, win it all.
Yeah, but we can't. We're never gonna win anything. That's my point.
Look, like, do you think last year that was Mourinho's only goal was to just win Europa, and that's how he was going to get back in to Champions League?
Here's the difference. Either way, that was his goal. He was like, "Fuck it, we're going to win Europa," and they did. We can have all the goals in the world. We got a fucking sheep leading the team. We got an old sheep. Look, the older you get, the more fear you acquire because you've lived life and you know what the fuck can happen. And he's frozen by all that shit, all that old shit that makes us old. He is frozen by it. Frozen. Like he can't even make a fucking clear thought. Like, oh, I'm gonna play Lacazette today. You know what I mean? That's the first name on the fucking check sheet. Lacazette's got to play. But he can't even do that.
Everything. The guy's salary, how much you signed him for, the fact that he's your only outright like striker other than Giroud, he has to be the first name on the sheet.
He scores goals. He scores goals from half chances. Like, he just came onto the pitch. He gets the pass from Ramsey, fucks off his first touch, still able to control it, and slots it in the back of the net.
Yeah.
Easily.
Like, no problem.
Easily. Just came on the pitch. Easily. Done. We scored a goal. I mean, come on, man. I'm done with all this.
And we immediately...
I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me say one thing about Iwobi and a lot of our French players. It's the same thing with Xhaka. You can see the wheels turning on these players when they're being pressed or when it's when the pressure's on. You can see the wheels turning. Nobody is just freely, naturally playing like you see the little crack baby Raheem Sterling. He used to be all tight like that too, but look at him now. He's flying around the pitch. He's having a good time, and he's just playing. Our players, you can see the wheels turning. Iwobi looks great, but you can see that motherfucker thinking like, oh, what the fuck am I going to do when he gets to that final spot? And it's never natural. And, you look at Wenger on the bench. He's hunched over. He looks scared. He looks pitiful.
Right.
That's our leader. That's our leader. He's hunched over like he's got to take a piss.
Constantly.
I mean, come on.
They showed a picture of him in the first half when it was still 0-0. And, I think, no, not even Cox. Somebody made a mistake or something, whatever. And they show Wenger, and he's rubbing his head and rocking back and forth and looking at Steve Bold like, oh, my God. What is wrong with you, dude? Like, you're losing it, dude. You're losing it. So this is a perfect segue into what was Wenger's grade for the day, and I'd like you to give me just give me a quick little like why you think and what's his grade.
I'm gonna give Wenger which is incredible. I based on all of the amount of shit I've talked about him, but I'm gonna give Wenger a C because he did try to switch things up. The team did play hard, and we never gave up when we were down 2-0. I don't know if that's a credit to him, but as far as the lineups, actually, I'm giving him a D because he really fucked up on the Lacazette thing. You got to play him. And there was a situation earlier in the season, I think we were playing Liverpool.
Yeah.
Where he didn't play him either, and we got our asses beat. So this is a repeat mistake. You know what I mean? Like a repeat. So D minus.
Ooh, it's getting lower.
Your turn, buddy.
I gave him what you started with. I gave him a C, and almost really for the same reason, almost basically. But I did feel like he did have the team pressing Man City pretty high up the pitch, which I believe is the right tactic against Man City because they're going to try to play everything out of the back. And if there is any kind of weakness with their ball handling, it is their back guys. So I thought that was a good call on the tactics to like press them up high like that. But one of the things I noted was the only guy that I felt like did not press with the same enthusiasm was Iwobi. He might be your possession guy, but he is not your hustle guy. You know, as far as defensively, he wasn't, when Alexis called and would push him up and tell him, come on, push up, he would kind of push up a little bit, but like half-ass attempt at the ball that was going by him. And then once it got by him, he didn't hustle back to try to like help the defense out. Like he just kind of pissed me off that way.
No, he was all over the place, and like I said, you could see the wheels turning. There's no naturalness to his game at all. He's flying by the seat of his pants, and like I said, that's what they say. He needs a coach to put his fucking arm around and be like, hey, just calm down, relax, and fucking play. But we don't get any of that. I was gonna say about excuse me, the tactic of us pressing, I did like that, but we didn't have the speed to be able to do it. And technically, they're going to be able to handle our press because we don't have the speed. We don't have a Conte or, that crazy fucking Brazilian they got, Fernandinho, running around there blowing up shit. We don't have that. So I thought the attempt was good. We just don't have the players to be able to compete. And that was the bottom line of the game. Technically, they were better. The refs made 2 shitty calls, and Wenger fucked off the lineups.
Well, I think related to what you said was Wenger's lineup. With Iwobi, you probably are not quite fast enough to be doing that. But if it's Lacazette on the pitch and Sanchez is out on the wing, then we are actually more athletic and maybe can press them that way. A little bit better, things like that.
Definitely.
So, and I thought, the one downfall about Koch being in the middle was that, possibly Nacho and Koscielny are kind of watching him a little bit, keeping their eye, trying to make sure that Koch doesn't get left, alone or something. So maybe it limits their defensive ability. You know what I mean?
Well, no, I hear you. They gotta have one eye on Koch to make sure he knows what he's doing because he's never played that position. I'm
knocking Wenger on his lineup, and then I also once again thought he did get Lacazette in kind of early, but I thought he was late with the sub. I thought he was late with the subs in a position when we definitely probably needed to get some guys onto the pitch, and he waited too long. And like he often does, and it just, so I gave him a C, and I'm starting to feel like I should be giving him a D. Yeah. Okay, there you go.
No, definitely. I feel you on that. I wanted to make a quick point, but this is my point. Who would you take before we wrap this up? Who is better between Kevin De Bruyne and Mesut Ozil? Just on attributes that who would you take? Not on Arsenal, because Wenger will fuck anybody up, But if Ozil and Kevin De Bruyne both play the same position and are playing for City, and you're the manager, who do you start over?
Tell you what, man, I just I'm still a Mesut Ozil fan, dude. I'll still play Ozil.
Yeah, me too. But it's weird when you watch them play. They're similar. They kind of float around the pitch, and they're. What's going on, dude? You rolling? What are you doing?
Sorry about that.
No, it's okay. They know this. They know this is a ghetto podcast, dude. Don't worry about it. But yeah, no, you're absolutely right. It's just something weird I was thinking about, like, because they play similar, but it just seems like Kevin De Bruyne is just having such a good time playing for City. But if you watch them play, they're like the same player. I think De Bruyne is a little more aggressive shooting wise, because Ozil would have never taken that shot, even if it was on his left foot. You know what I mean? De Bruyne.
No, it's an interesting comparison too, and I think Ozil. You know what? The thing is, to me, is that I like to be able to put different styles and personalities on a pitch, because I think if you could figure out ways for those guys to all link up together, it makes you really potent. So I think I can find guys that are similar to De Bruyne. There's very few people similar to Ozil. He's a unique character that sees the game in a different eye. Different from everybody, you know.
Wow. Okay, so you have them on a different. I think they're as far as their passing and their movement, they're right on each other. I just think Ozil has that little.
Well, the part,
magic, you know.
Well, that part about the point, like you were saying, like it seems like he's just having such a good time. Like I think, like Ozil would have a great time if he had six jackrabbits just running and cutting all over the pitch. You know, like he would be having a great time too. You know,
you're absolutely right. He would. No, you're absolutely right. I still go with Ozil. I just wish he, had a better manager or a better team to play with. Because he's going to.
So just our last part basically is just kind of like, your overall feelings, man of the match, maybe attacking and defensively.
Okay, well, my overall feelings for the match is we pretty much did get robbed. We should have got out of there with a point. So all in all, I'm not too disappointed. We didn't go in there and give up 4 or 5 goals, just getting shredded. So it looks like we're learning. So overall, I like the way we fought to kind of get back in the game, and then we got robbed again on the offside call, which he was clearly offsides. But Xhaka stopped. If you watch the tape, he stops and starts complaining. Yeah. He even gets a yellow after that because he's unaware of what the fuck's going on, and it's not his fault. But overall, I liked the way we battled back in the game, and we didn't lose confidence when we went down 2-0. So
okay,
that's
you know what? I mean, I guess it's going to have to be, I'd give it to Ramsey. I didn't see him basically making any major mistakes. I thought he was effective. He made the assist to Lacazette on our only goal. I thought it was a good pass. He had that one where he actually pounded the goalie into the goal. That was a pure hustle play, and he came real close. He almost got there.
Yeah. He's all the way in the box, in the fucking net. I love Ramsey for that. I'm going to agree with you on man of the match for me would be Ramsey, just because energy. He never stops. His head never drops, and he did keep going, and he made the assist. He just don't really have nobody working with him in the midfield. So I would have to agree. It would be Ramsey. I kind of liked with I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll go with Ramsey too. Defensively,
it's crazy. I mean, like I had to laugh at myself because I had to think about the whole thing, and then I think, well, I guess it's cock. I mean, if it's not cock, then I guess it's a check. But like honestly, after all that shit I talked about, why is cock on the pitch? Like, I mean, he didn't play a bad game. I'm just saying, like I think we could have had other options that would have been better, but I guess it's Cock defensively for me.
Defensively, yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna fuck Cock, dude. what the fuck are we talking about? I mean, yeah, he played all right. I mean, the defense as a whole, I'll give the whole team as a whole the fucking man of the match defensively because we didn't give up 4 or 5 goals. We didn't just get shredded.
Yeah, I got you.
We had an approach. You can't really zero it out. Maybe Peter Cech, he made some great saves. Maybe Kolasinac, first half. Cock didn't play bad at all, which is ironic because we didn't shred him. We shredded Wenger for playing him there. So yeah, that's not a bad shot.
All right, well, week 11's in the books, man, and they lost to Man City 3-1. What's our next fixtures coming up? What do we got?
Let's see here. It looks like Saturday, November 18th, we play the North London Derby at 6:30 a.m. Yes, I said November 18th, which means there's an international break. The World Cup playoffs for Europe or for everybody are happening. So that gives us a little time to recover. That's why if we could have got a point out of this game, it would have been great. But that's who we got next. But we got time to prepare for.
I tell you what, everybody, you should normally be able to catch us. The podcast comes out on Mondays. I'm not always going to promise you during international breaks whether we come out with the episode during those breaks or not. But it's possible. So, but you know how it works. If you subscribe, to the podcast on iTunes or SoundCloud, when it pops up, you'll see it. It pops up. So we want to thank you all for tuning in to Cotton Two Minds. Remember, you can find us on iTunes and SoundCloud. Subscribe, give us a rate and a review if you can. You got anything you'd like to leave the listeners with?
Yeah, I'm gonna leave them with a little inspiration. We gotta, last 2 months of the year, we gotta really start cranking it out, people. Let's get going. Don't watch the clock do what it does. Keep going. Just keep going. Plugging away. Don't worry about Trump. Don't worry about anything. Just keep plugging away and be a good human being.
Yes, sir.
Fuck it. That's it. You can find me on Twitter at eMarshall, EMARSHO. And I just want to say peace, man.
So
what you got?
I'm Fitty and at Gooner Rush on Twitter, iTunes, SoundCloud, and Twitter. You can search us at Caught in Two Minds. #OneLove. Peace.
Thank you guys for tuning in to Caught in Two Minds. Please head on over to iTunes and subscribe, rate, and review the show. All feedback is much appreciated. If you would like to contact the show, drop us an email at citmpodcast@gmail.com. And be sure to follow us on Twitter at CITMPodcast, at Gooner Rush, and at eMarshall. That's EMARSHO. The music in this podcast has been provided by Statics. If you like what you hear, be sure to check them out at staticsentertainment.com and follow them on Twitter and Instagram at Statics Music. That's STATX Music. Peace.